All right, today thousands of runners are getting ready for the P.F. Chang's marathon and half marathon in Tempe, including somebody who chose to run instead of come to work today.
Our own Kim Quintero is out there live this morning. She is ready to go. And you're not the only 3TV employee, part of our AZ family, who's out there this morning.
Morning, Kim.
Who else? Good morning to you. Hi, sorry, the music is crazy loud right now, so I'll try and talk back with you guys. But yeah, 23,000 people congregating down here. There's at least somebody from each of the 50 states, 19 different countries, months and months of training, all culminating to here. We're in Tempe. This is actually the start for the half marathon as well as the 10K run. The full marathon starts over in downtown Phoenix. So lots of excitement. We're actually going to get ready to run in probably about 15-20 minutes or so. I'm going to run the half marathon. Last year I did the full marathon, and that was my first full marathon. I gotta tell you, this is like the best course for a beginner runner. It's pretty flat, which is always good to, you know, keep the legs in check, but definitely lots of fun out here. So we actually are going to introduce you to someone very special. She's, well, let's talk to her. Good morning, you're Jamie.
Good morning, I am Jamie Marseille. Very excited to be here today running the Phoenix P.F. Chang's Rock and Roll Half Marathon.
So I got to tell you, lots of people make up excuses for why they don't want to run and why they can't run, and you really are quite an inspiration. Tell us your story.
Well, growing up here in Arizona, I am an alumni of ASU, so woo, go Sun Devils. And in 1987, I was driving home from a ski trip and took a wrong turn. Happens to people every day. And unfortunately for me, I was in the White Mountains, and we got stuck in our car and lived in our car for 11 days. And I actually had frostbite on all my extremities. So very fortunate that we were saved and everything came back. My fingers, ears, and nose, but my feet suffered the most damage. So they amputated at 19, and I've never looked back.
At 19 years old?
At 19 years old, and it's a little embarrassing to say that I did not exercise before I became an amputee. That was something that my physical therapist and my doctors insisted I do. And then with the support of the Challenge Athletes Foundation and Oser Prosthetics, I've never looked back.
So you actually were not a runner, you weren't athletic at all when you actually had legs, and then this is just something you picked up.
Absolutely, yeah. In 1996, I saw footage of the Paralympics in Atlanta, and I thought it was incredible. These people missing arms, legs. Nobody cared what you looked like. All that mattered is you gave it your all, and you showed up and you ran. And I thought it was amazing. And the first time I ran, it just gave me such a sense of confidence and security, knowing I could protect myself if I needed to, but also feeling the wind in my face. And it's just an amazing opportunity to share my story with others.
So you're running the half marathon today, correct?
Yes, I'm running the half marathon. This will be my third Phoenix Rock and Roll half marathon and my fourth half marathon overall.
And so I know you kind of keep track of how many miles you've logged. How many miles have you logged so far?
Yeah, well, the Nike Plus, excuse me, the Nike Plus app is a great app. I think I'm pushing around 600. So
600.
Yeah, maybe it'll be 613 after today, but it's just a great sense of accomplishment. And it doesn't matter what your size is, what you look like. You can come out, you can walk. I mean, take that first step to the mailbox and want to make a difference for yourself, your heart, your body, and you're going to feel so much better by choosing the healthy path of exercise.
Well, Jamie, we wish you the best of luck, and we appreciate you sharing your story with us. So good luck to you. We'll let you go get ready over there. So again, we're starting off in about 10 to 15 minutes. There's so many inspirational stories just like Jamie's down here. If you've ever wanted to get involved in a race and a run, all you have to do is get off the couch and start walking for about 5 minutes. Maybe try and jog for 2 minutes and incorporate that each day. Eventually you'll work your way up to a mile, 2 miles, 5 miles. So something great to enjoy as part of your life. So I'm going to go because I actually have to get ready. So I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Hey,
Definitely inspirational. Jamie is just so inspirational.
And real quick, Kim, do you have a time you're trying to beat? Because I know you did this last year too.
Well, yeah, so last year I did the full marathon. This year I'm doing the half. I'm trying to get done in 2 hours. But yeah, we'll see how that happens.
Okay.
As long as I don't get carted across the finish line in an ambulance, we should be good.
Good luck out there. You'll do great.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Well, you know, interesting when she talks about all you have to do is get off the couch and do something. That's another reason why P.F. Chang's introduced the 5K this year. That happened yesterday was, you know, the shorter race, the baby steps into the half marathon, full marathon.
Exactly. And as we've been talking about, lots of road closures in Tempe and in Phoenix. Let's check in with Gina for a look at that.
Well, this weekend, Sunday morning specifically, the Rock and Roll Marathon will take place. And as you can imagine, we're going to see all kinds of road closures as a result. They will affect travelers who are driving through downtown Phoenix, Scottsdale, and Tempe. So let's talk about the closures and the actual route. The marathon kicks off just before 8 o'clock right at Central and Washington. Runners will head over to 7th Avenue and head up 7th Avenue just north of Camelback and then head across to about 24th Street. And that's when the runners will drop down to Camelback and across through the Biltmore area. Eventually, right around 48th Street, they drop down to Indian School, and then that's when runners will make their way into downtown Scottsdale, turn right around, do a U-turn, and then come back to 48th Street, down to Van Buren, and then over to Mill Avenue, where they will end. The finish line there is at the Tempe Beach Park. Also, the half marathon, we're looking at a significant route and closures as a result. The half marathon actually starts at ASU on the campus there at University. Runners will make their way over to McClintock, up McClintock over to Thomas, over as they make their way west on Thomas, they'll drop down to 64th Street. Eventually we'll go over to Galvin Parkway. That's that roadway that runs right past the zoo and the Papagos. Let me wipe the board clean here just to make it a little bit neater. Once they get past the zoo, eventually they will make their way to Mill Avenue and also to Tempe Beach Park. We could see closures as early as 4 a.m. The most of the closures will go into place right around 6:30, and those road closures could be in place as late as 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday.